Grammy Award-winning singer Faith Evans led a compilation album entitled R&B Divas. Now she's back as the star and creator on the hot TV One show of the same name, R&B Divas. So happy to be talking with you, Faith. How you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
I am doing fabulous. You know, you're returning for a second season of that popular show everybody's talking about. But rumors were swirling late last year that execs were going to say deuces to you. Was there ever any doubt in your mind that you would be coming back?
No. That was never, I don't really know where that came from, but I mean, as far as I know, I mean, in terms of the cast of the show, I'm the star of the show. So, I mean, nothing has changed in that sense. I had to travel back home to LA a few times during filming this season, but that was because of my own personal responsibilities. But that was strictly just a rumor.
Right, and because I know that you go back to LA from Atlanta, which is fabulous because you have your 3 children that you take care of. 4.
Yes.
Wow. 4 children that you take care of. That is just so wonderful. And that's got to be great because you get to see your children all the time. How is that going between the divas and then?
Well, I mean, I didn't spend a extended amount of time in Atlanta. I did live in Atlanta some years ago, so I do still have friends and family there. But with making the album and filming the show, they all live there, so I was the only one who had to be there just for the duration of filming. But it wasn't that long. Other than that, I don't leave home other than to do shows maybe twice a month, which is only for 2 days at the most. So I don't travel a whole lot because I have 2 teenage boys, a 6-year-old and a 20-year-old who's in college. So I got to be around.
I listened to the lyrics of the theme song to the show, Hard Climb, and things are much clearer in how people see me. And as I listen, it speaks volumes, in my opinion, about the divas, the ladies. And I think of diva in the positive definition, a female singer who has enjoyed great popular success. Do you think your life struggles in the music business and your personal struggles mixed in with that, now being on that show with other R&B divas, is helping you see clearer and helping others see you clearer?
I think for me, and I definitely would say I'm the one exception in terms of the cast because so much of my earlier part of my career was connected at that time with my personal life. And so much of that part of my life has already been so much exposed. I did a memoir, you got movies that talk about a certain part of my life and career. So for me, that part wasn't what I don't think applies as much. It was really an opportunity for me to, because I had a chance to, I was being offered shows by myself, and I really didn't want to do that.
So when people were asking you to do a show, were people trying to exploit the fact that you were married to Biggie Smalls? Was that one of the things that people were trying to do?
No, I wouldn't say that. It never got that far as storylines, but I did shoot a pilot for a show that was specifically Faith Evans and another young lady who I've known for years, who is also connected to a very high-profile figure in the industry. So, but I knew I didn't want to do that because it would have to have involved me, being in my personal life, which I don't feel comfortable with.
When I watch the show, and I'm looking at you guys, incredible singers, it's like I'm looking at sisters. Is that the way you guys feel? Is that how you think? You know what I mean? Have you bonded that way?
In many ways, we have. Nikki Gilbert and I have been friends for almost 20 years. So I've known her the longest. I've known Monifa for more than 15 years. But the other ladies I've met, by way of either working or doing shows with them. I see Angie a lot, and we talk a lot. I met the others by way of their relationships with Nikki and working on her Soul Kittens project. So since we met, we definitely developed a certain sisterhood.
You see you guys singing, you see you guys together, but there's a certain something, a certain je ne sais quoi about R&B Divas that you don't see, would you say, on the other reality shows? What is it about R&B Divas that makes it a standout on TV One that you don't see on the other shows, on the other networks?
Well, first, I think one thing that makes it stand out, and the other shows that probably have the same thing are shows that have family members, doing their shows, because they're family. So there's the negativity and the drama is only going to go so far. You know what I mean? There's drama in everybody's life, but there's a way to handle it, and resolution is important. I think that was something that stood out about our show. But secondly, there are other reality shows that have maybe one or two cast members that were previously popular in another lane. But our show, none of us did this to try and become popular. You know what I mean? We already came with our own fan bases and people that liked our music. So therefore, even if those people alone tuned in, and enjoyed the show, then obviously the word spread that it was a pretty good show for other people to choose to tune in as well. So, it's a blessing because Nikki and I certainly, we didn't expect the success to be as it turned out, but it's truly a blessing that people chose to watch the show.
Well, tell me, and I'm going to be corny, and you don't know me, but Tene is a corny person. So, do you have faith that you're going to find a new man in your life?
I do have faith that when God says it, that's what's supposed to happen. I'm not really pressed. I'm not pressed, but I'm enjoying being single. Actually, I was married I got married to my first husband when I was 20 years old, or shortly after I turned 21. So,
So you're
I was married for a long time. So I'm single. I'm not. I won't say I'm looking, but I'm here to be found. By the right
I like
person.
that. I love that, girl. I love that. So tell everybody about R&B Divas, why they should watch the second season. What makes it so special?
Well, I think that everybody should tune into R&B Divas Season 2 because this season is giving you just that much more to enjoy. I mean, there's new developments in everyone's lives and careers, which I think that the fans would truly enjoy, just kind of seeing going on the ride.
I love it. Faith Evans, R&B Divas. She's a good diva in the best way. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for joining me
Thank
today.
You.